1972 Eisenhower $1 coin from the Philadelphia Mint is not just a piece of metal with the president's face on it. It is a quiet legend hiding in plain sight. At first glance, it looks ordinary, the kind of coin people once carried casually in their pockets. But beneath that familiar surface lies a story that has fascinated collectors for decades. This coin represents a powerful moment in American history, honoring President Dwight D. Eisenhower, while also celebrating the Apollo moon landing, a symbol of human ambition and victory beyond Earth. What makes this particular year and mint so thrilling is that some examples were struck with subtle differences so rare that they transformed an everyday dollar into an object of intense desire. The magic of the 1972 Eisenhower dollar begins with how it was made. Struck in Philadelphia, these coins carry no mint mark, which already separates them from their Denver and San Francisco counterparts. Most were produced for circulation, meant to be spent without a second thought, but a tiny fraction emerged with details so sharp and distinct that they instantly set themselves apart. These coins were born from a unique combination of die preparation, timing, and chance, factors that can never be repeated in exactly the same way again. That randomness is what fuels the dream that an overlooked coin could be sitting unnoticed in a drawer, quietly holding extraordinary potential. What truly elevates certain 1972 Eisenhower dollars into a different universe is the design of the reverse, especially the image of the Earth beneath the eagle. Some versions show the islands and continents with remarkable clarity and balance, unlike the more common, softer impressions. These differences may sound small, but in the world of serious collectors, such details are everything. A single line sharper than usual, a coastline more defined, or relief that stands taller than expected can turn a common coin into a treasure pursuit across continents. This is where imagination meets reality, and where values begin to climb beyond ordinary expectations. Adding to the mystique is the composition. While most people associate silver with wealth and permanence, the Eisenhower dollar sits at an interesting crossroads between tradition and modern coinage. Certain issues and finishes from this era connect emotionally with collectors who see them as the last echoes of America's silver legacy. When a 1972 Philadelphia Eisenhower dollar appears with exceptional strike quality, pristine surfaces, and breathtaking eye appeal, it stops being just a dollar and becomes a symbol of survival, one that escaped wear, damage, and time itself. The condition the coin plays a role so powerful it can feel almost unreal. Coins that look untouched, as if frozen the moment they left the press, are in a completely different league from those that circulated. Luster that dances under light, feels that remain clean and mirror-like, and details that feel almost sculpted can push a coin into elite status. These are the examples that spark whispers in auction rooms and heated competition among collectors who understand exactly what they are seeing. For them, owning such a coin is not about money alone, but about prestige and history combined. Stories circulate in the collecting world about Eisenhower dollars purchased for almost nothing and later recognized as rare variants worth staggering sums. Whether all of these tales are true or polished by time, they fuel the belief that fortunes can still be discovered unexpectedly. This sense of possibility is what makes the 1972 Eisenhower dollar so captivating. It represents the idea that value is not always obvious, and that knowledge can unlock doors others never even notice. For many, this coin is proof that patience and curiosity can change everything. The emotional power of this coin should never be underestimated. Eisenhower himself was a symbol of leadership and calm strength, and his presence on the coin added to gravity that collectors feel deeply. Combined with the lunar theme on the reverse, the coin tells a story of both earthly command and cosmic ambition. When such symbolism meets rarity, the result is something far greater than metal and design. It becomes a narrative of national pride, technological triumph, and human determination. This is why experienced collectors urge caution and respect when encountering a 1972 Eisenhower dollar from Philadelphia. Spending it casually or selling it without understanding what you could mean losing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Coins like this demand careful examination, thoughtful preservation, and an appreciation for their deeper story. In the right circumstances, the right example can stand among the most talked-about modern American coins, commanding attention wherever it appears. In today's market, driven by passion as much as by money, The finest and rarest 1972 Eisenhower dollars occupy a realm that feels almost unreal to outsiders. Their value is shaped by scarcity, condition, and the intense desire of collectors who know how few truly exceptional pieces exist. When competition ignites, prices can surge beyond expectations, creating moments that redefine what people believe a single dollar can become. Ultimately, the 1972 Eisenhower $1 coin from the Philadelphia Mint is a reminder that history still hides in everyday places. It teaches that fortune does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes it waits quietly, disguised as something ordinary. If you ever find one of these coins, pause before letting it go. What looks like spare change could, in the right form, carry the power to transform a future overnight and turn a simple discovery into a story told for generations. The 1971 Eisenhower $1 coin from the Philadelphia Mint is not just a piece of metal. It is a symbol of a powerful moment in American history, frozen forever in silver-colored brilliance. This coin was born at a turning point for the United States, the very first year the Eisenhower dollar was released, carrying the strong and calm portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a man remembered for leadership, war victory, and national pride. Holding this coin feels like holding the heartbeat of an era when America looked toward the moon and believed nothing was impossible. What truly ignites excitement among collectors is that the 1971 P. Eisenhower dollar represents a beginning, and beginnings are where legends are born. Early year coins often hide mysteries. Tiny variations, subtle strike differences, and rare conditions that separate an ordinary coin from a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. Some examples from this year survived untouched, never circulated, never worn down by time, and these pristine survivors are the ones that spark whispers of unimaginable value. The surface of this coin tells its own story. The sharpness of Eisenhower's profile, the clean fields around the design, and the bold lettering can transform a simple dollar into something extraordinary. Collectors know that perfection is rare, and rarity creates desire. When a 1971 P. Eisenhower dollar appears with exceptional detail and mirror-like beauty, it commands attention, respect, and intense competition among elite collectors who are always hunting for the finest known examples. On the reverse, the powerful eagle landing on the moon is more than artwork. It is a statement of human achievement. Inspired by the Apollo space missions, this design connects the coin to one of mankind's greatest accomplishments. That emotional connection multiplies its appeal, because collectors don't just buy metal, they buy meaning, history, and pride. Coins that carry strong stories often rise far beyond their face value, sometimes shocking the world with the prices they achieve. The idea that such a coin could change a life overnight is what fuels dreams. Many people unknowingly keep rare coins tucked away in drawers, boxes, or inherited collections, unaware that a small disc of metal could hold the power to rewrite their financial future. A top-quality 1971 P. Eisenhower dollar, especially one with exceptional preservation or unusual characteristics, can become the centerpiece of high-value collections and ignite bidding wars that feel almost unreal. What makes this coin especially fascinating is that it doesn't shout its worth, it whispers. To the untrained eye, it may look like just another old dollar, but to those who truly understand coins, it is a sleeping giant. History has shown again and again that coins once ignored can rise dramatically in value as demand grows, and surviving examples disappear into permanent collections, never to be sold again. This is why patience becomes power. Selling such a coin too quickly, without understanding its true potential, can mean losing out on a fortune. Smart collectors study, protect, and wait. They know that time, rarity, and demand work together like a slow-burning fire, gradually increasing the value of something special until the moment it explodes into global attention. The 1971 Eisenhower dollar from Philadelphia stands as proof that wealth doesn't always come wrapped in gold bars or bank statements. Sometimes it arrives quietly, stamped with history, courage, and national pride. For those lucky enough to possess a remarkable example, this coin becomes more than currency. It becomes an opportunity, a legacy, and a symbol of what can happen when history meets rarity. In the world of coin collecting, stories of overnight transformation are not myths. They are born from moments like this. One coin, one discovery, one wise decision can separate regret from reward. If you ever hold a 1971 P. Eisenhower dollar that shines with extraordinary quality, remember that you may be holding far more than a dollar. You may be holding a key that unlocks a future shaped by knowledge, patience, and the timeless power of rare history. The 1974 Eisenhower $1 coin from the Philadelphia Mint is not just a piece of metal with a familiar face on it. It is a silent storyteller from a powerful era of American history, carrying mystery, ambition, and the dreams of collectors who know that true fortune often hides in plain sight. When people casually see this coin, they see only a dollar. But seasoned eyes understand that some coins are not meant to be spent. They are meant to be discovered, protected, and respected, because their real value is not printed on the surface. It is locked inside rarity, condition, and hidden character. What makes the 1974 P. Eisenhower dollar so fascinating is the way it blurs the line between common and legendary. Millions were struck, yet only a microscopic fraction survive in extraordinary condition, untouched by circulation, preserved like a time capsule from the 1970s. These elite survivors are the coins that rewrite destinies. When a coin escapes wear, scratches, bag marks, and careless handling, it becomes something entirely different from its everyday counterpart. It transforms into a trophy that collectors fiercely compete for. Then there is the irresistible power of mint anomalies and striking peculiarities. Some 1974 Philadelphia Eisenhower dollars were born different, carrying subtle yet dramatic imperfections that elevate them into a different universe of value. Unusual surface textures, striking irregularities, exceptional detail, or unique die characteristics can turn an ordinary-looking coin into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. These are the kinds of coins that never announce themselves loudly. They whisper their importance, waiting for the right person to listen. The Eisenhower design itself amplifies this magic. Dwight D. Eisenhower represents leadership, victory, and global influence, while the reverse reflects humanity's reach for the stars. When this powerful symbolism meets extreme rarity and flawless preservation, the result is explosive desirability. Collectors do not just buy such coins, they chase them. They compete across borders, across generations, driven by the knowledge that opportunities like this do not repeat themselves. Stories circulate quietly within collector circles about individuals who unknowingly held onto a single coin for decades, only to later realize it was something extraordinary. Not because it was shiny, not because it was old, but because it was perfect when perfection was never meant to survive. In moments like these, a coin stops being currency and starts becoming destiny. One careful decision, to preserve instead of spend, can separate regret from generational wealth. What truly fuels the imagination is how quickly perception can change. One day, the coin rests forgotten in a drawer. The next, it commands attention, respect, and staggering interest. The market does not reward haste. It rewards patience. Those who rush to sell without understanding what they hold often lose what could have transformed their future. Coins like this demand silence, study, and strategy, not impulse. The phrase, "don't spend it at a low price," carries real weight here. A coin with extraordinary qualities does not belong in casual hands or rush deals. Its value unfolds only when presented correctly, examined properly, and introduced to those who understand its rarity. In the right environment, such a coin no longer follows normal rules. It creates its own. There is also an emotional gravity tied to such discoveries. Holding a coin that may exist in only a tiny number of comparable examples creates a feeling that is hard to describe. It is a mix of disbelief, pride, and responsibility. You are no longer just an owner. You are a guardian of something that time itself tried and failed to erase. The 1974 P. Eisenhower dollar teaches a powerful lesson. Fortune does not always arrive wrapped in luxury. Sometimes it arrives disguised as something ordinary, waiting for wisdom to recognize it. Those who understand this do not laugh at a single dollar coin. They look closer, because history has proven that the greatest surprises are often the quietest ones. So if you ever come across a 1974 Eisenhower $1 coin, do not be quick to judge its worth by its face value. Pause. Protect it. Respect it. Because in the world of rare coins, one overlooked piece can stand between an ordinary life and an extraordinary transformation, changing fortunes not through noise, but through patience, knowledge, and perfect timing. The 1977 Eisenhower $1 coin from the United States carries a powerful presence the moment it rests in your palm. With President Dwight D. Eisenhower's strong profile on the front and the majestic eagle landing on the moon on the reverse, this coin feels like more than currency. It feels like history frozen in metal. Many people hear rumors that a simple 1977 Eisenhower dollar could be worth unimaginable sums. And while overnight billionaire stories ignite curiosity, the real value of this coin lies in understanding what truly makes one extraordinary. The first truth that shocks many collectors is that regular 1977 Eisenhower dollars were not made of silver at all. Coins struck for circulation were composed of copper-nickel clad, meaning their value does not come from precious metal weight. This is where myths begin to separate dreamers from informed collectors. The Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P, produced millions of these coins, and most examples remain common today. Yet common does not mean meaningless, because rarity is born from condition, not just age. Where excitement truly begins is in the small number of special strikes and unusual survivors. Some 1977 Eisenhower dollars were made specifically for collectors, often with sharper details, cleaner surfaces, and stronger strikes. When a coin escapes scratches, bag marks, discoloration, and wear for decades, it becomes something rare even if millions were once made. Perfection is scarcity, and scarcity is power in the coin world. Collectors chase coins that appear almost unreal. Surfaces glowing like mirrors, details sharp enough to catch light from every angle. A 1977 P. Eisenhower dollar preserved in flawless condition can sell for hundreds, sometimes thousands, depending on grading and eye appeal. While that may not be millions, it represents something far more important. Proof that everyday objects can quietly transform into valuable treasures when time and care align. The real legends are born from errors, not ordinary strikes. Coins accidentally struck off-center, double impressed, missing layers, or showing dramatic die mistakes can reach astonishing values. These are not coins you see every day, and many sit unnoticed in drawers because owners don't know what to look for. When such an error is authentic and dramatic, collectors compete fiercely, pushing prices far beyond normal expectations. Another layer of mystery surrounds proof and special mint issues. These coins are created with extra care, polished dies, and controlled striking, resulting in deep contrast and exceptional detail. While still not silver in 1977, their beauty alone elevates them. A perfectly preserved proof Eisenhower dollar becomes less about metal and more about art, history, and survival against odds. Stories of overnight fortune don't come from fantasy. They come from discovery. The collector who finds a rare error, a top-grade example, or an undocumented variation experiences a moment that changes perspective forever. It's not about spending the coin, it's about recognizing it. Many valuable coins were once dismissed as ordinary simply because no one looked closely enough. If you own a 1977 Eisenhower dollar, the worst mistake is rushing to sell it without understanding it. Cleaning it, polishing it, or handling it carelessly can destroy value instantly. Coins gain worth through originality, untouched surfaces, and authenticity. Sometimes the smartest move is patience, letting experts evaluate what you truly have before letting it leave your hands. This coin reminds us that fortune doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. It hides in desk drawers, old wallets, inherited collections, and forgotten boxes. The Eisenhower dollar may not promise instant billions, but carries a potential for surprise, education, and real financial reward when knowledge meets luck. In the end, the 1977 Eisenhower $1 coin teaches a powerful lesson. Value is not always obvious, and history often rewards those who pay attention. If you hold one, don't underestimate it. But don't believe myths blindly either. True wealth comes not from rumors, but from understanding what makes a coin genuinely rare, genuinely beautiful, and genuinely worth holding on to. The 1978 Eisenhower $1 coin from the Philadelphia Mint is often dismissed as an ordinary final year issue, but hidden beneath its familiar face lies a story that has fascinated collectors for decades. This coin represents a dramatic closing chapter of the Eisenhower dollar series, a moment when history, politics, and American pride were frozen into metal. Because it marks the end of an era, certain 1978 P. P. Eisenhower dollars have achieved an almost mythical status in the world of numismatics, whispered about as coins that look ordinary at first glance, but carry extraordinary potential for those who truly understand them. What makes this coin so powerful is not mass production, but rarity within familiarity. Millions were struck, yet only a microscopic fraction escaped the mint with unusual characteristics. Striking anomalies, die peculiarities, surface textures, and visual traits that set them apart from the rest. These rare survivors are not recognized by casual sellers, which is why stories circulate of life-changing discoveries made from coins that once sat forgotten in drawers, old purses, or inherited collections. The magic of 1978, P. Eisenhower dollar is not loud. It is silent, patient, and waiting for the right eyes. Collectors speak of exceptional 1978 P. Eisenhower dollars with an almost reverent tone, describing pieces with mirror-like fields, razor-sharp details, and an unmistakable presence that separates them from normal strikes. When a coin combines pristine condition with unusual mint behavior, it steps into an entirely different universe of value. In that realm, price is no longer measured by face value or silver weight, but by desire, competition, and the emotional pull of owning something nearly no one else can ever have. The belief that this coin can be silver is rooted in confusion and mystery, because while standard circulation issues were copper-nickel clad, legendary examples exist that appear to defy expectations. Coins with unusual composition signals, weight anomalies, or striking surfaces ignite intense debate and excitement. When such a piece is authenticated as a genuine mint anomaly rather than post-mint alteration, its value can explode beyond logic, driven by collectors who know that opportunities like this may never appear again in their lifetime. What truly fuels the imagination is the way these coins surface. They do not arrive wrapped in velvet cases or announced by auction houses at first. Instead, they emerge quietly, often underestimated, sometimes sold cheaply by people unaware of what they hold. That is why experienced collectors warn again and again, never rush to sell a 1978 P. Eisenhower dollar that looks different, feels different, or simply gives off that strange sense of importance. Fortune, in numismatics, favors patience far more than speed. The marketplace for elite Eisenhower dollars operates on a different emotional frequency. When a coin is confirmed as exceptional, bidding becomes intense, personal, and relentless. Collectors are not just buying metal. They are buying the final breath of a historic series, a tangible symbol of America's space-age optimism and presidential legacy. In these moments, numbers climb rapidly, and the idea of value in the millions no longer feels impossible. It feels inevitable to those competing for ownership. This is why the 1978 P. Eisenhower dollar is often described as a sleeping giant. Its power does not lie in every example, but in the rare few that break all expectations. Those coins rewrite the rules, proving that even modern-era pieces can challenge the dominance of older, more traditionally revered issues. When condition, rarity, and mystery collide, the result is a coin capable of transforming an ordinary collector into someone holding a piece of numismatic legend. The emotional impact of such a discovery cannot be overstated. Imagine realizing that a single dollar coin, once ignored, once underestimated, now commands attention from elite collectors around the world. The shift from curiosity to disbelief to life-changing awareness happens fast, and those who have experienced it often describe it as surreal. This is why stories around the 1978 P. Eisenhower dollar continue to grow, fueled by real discoveries and near misses that keep hope alive. In the end, the true power of this coin is not just monetary, but symbolic. It represents the idea that history still hides in plain sight, that extraordinary value can exist where few bother to look. The 1978 Eisenhower $1 coin reminds us that fortune does not always arrive loudly. It sometimes waits quietly, disguised as something ordinary, until the right moment changes everything overnight. The 1976 Eisenhower $1 coin is not just a piece of metal struck for pocket change. It is a time capsule from America's bicentennial year, a moment when history, pride, and symbolism were pressed into a single shining dollar. When people speak in hushed voices about a 1976 P. Eisenhower dollar with unimaginable worth, they're usually talking about a very special class of coins that sit far beyond ordinary circulation pieces. This is a year when the nation celebrated 200 years of independence, and the Philadelphia Mint marked that celebration with a bold dual-date design, 1776 to 1976, transforming an everyday dollar into a historical artifact that still captures attention decades later. What makes the story so powerful is that not all 1976 Eisenhower dollars are created equal. Most people remember the common copper-nickel versions, spent and forgotten, but hidden among them are coins struck with extraordinary care, precision, and rarity. Some Philadelphia minted pieces exist in pristine, almost unreal condition, preserved from the moment they left the press. These coins are not valuable because of age alone, but because perfection in coinage is brutally rare. One microscopic flaw can erase thousands in value, while absolute perfection can elevate a simple dollar into the realm of legendary collectibles. Collectors whisper about silver-based bicentennial Eisenhower dollars as if they were modern treasure. Though not made for everyday use, these silver issues carry a different weight, both literally and symbolically. Their surfaces glow with a soft, moon-like sheen, and their edges feel sharper, cleaner, more deliberate. When such a coin survives untouched, free from scratches, bag marks, or dulling, it becomes something extraordinary. In the world of elite collectors, condition is power, and power is money. This is where stories of jaw-dropping prices are born. The Philadelphia Mint P mark adds another layer of intrigue. Philadelphia is the birthplace of American coinage, and coins struck there often carry a prestige that collectors deeply respect. When a 1976 P. Eisenhower dollar appears with razor-sharp details, flawless fields, and exceptional strike quality, it stands apart from the crowd. These are the coins that never entered circulation, never felt a careless hand, never clinked against others in a bag. They survive quietly, waiting for the moment when the right collector would recognize their significance. Over time, myths grow around such coins, and those myths fuel excitement. Stories circulate of Eisenhower dollars selling for life-changing sums, of collectors paying astronomical prices to own the finest known example. While not every tale ends in millions, the truth beneath the legend is still astonishing. The difference between a common coin and a fortune can be invisible to the untrained eye. A single grade point higher, a single surviving example better than all others, can turn an ordinary-looking dollar into a crown jewel of collection. The emotional pull of the 1976 Eisenhower dollar lies in its symbolism. It honors a president who led America through global conflict and celebrates a nation reaching its 200-year milestone. That blend of leadership, endurance, and national pride resonates deeply with collectors. When history and rarity collide, value follows. This is why serious numismatists chase the finest bicentennial Eisenhower dollars with relentless passion, sometimes competing fiercely for the right to own just one perfect coin. If you believe you have such a coin, the most important rule is patience. Coins of exceptional potential should never be rushed into sale, never casually shown, and never cleaned or polished. One careless move can erase decades of value in seconds. The market rewards originality and preservation above all else. True worth reveals itself only when experts examine the coin under proper conditions, comparing it to the very best known examples in existence. The idea that a single dollar could change a person's fortune overnight is what makes this story so captivating. It feeds the imagination and keeps people searching through old collections, drawers, and inherited boxes. While only a tiny fraction of 1976 Eisenhower dollars reach legendary status, those that do become symbols of possibility. They remind us that history sometimes hides extraordinary value in the most ordinary forms. In the end, the 1976 P. Eisenhower $1 coin represents more than money. It represents timing, preservation, and the powerful human desire to hold something rare and meaningful. Whether worth a modest premium or an astonishing sum, its true magic lies in the story it tells and the dreams it inspires. And that is why, if you ever believe you are holding an exceptional example, you should treat it not as spare change, but as a silent witness to history, one that just might hold the power to transform a life when the moment is right. American coins. Few legends flicker as fiercely as the story of the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar, the coin that was born ordinary but whispered to carry the soul of a treasure. At first glance, It seems like just another piece of metal, a simple dollar stamped with the fierce profile of a woman who fought for equality. But hidden behind its silver shine is a destiny that collectors say can rewrite fortunes and turn an unsuspecting owner into an overnight billionaire. Collectors speak of a mysterious version of this coin, a rare strike from the Philadelphia Mint, said to shimmer differently, as if touched by a spark of cosmic fortune. It carries a boldness in its lines, a sharpness in its details, an aura that makes even expert eyes widen. This is no ordinary dollar. It is a symbol of history, rebellion, and unexpected value wrapped in a tiny metallic circle. And those who own it are believed to be holding a sleeping giant in the palm of their hand. Legends say that only a handful of these coins escaped the minting process with a flawless strike so perfect that even time dared not scratch it. These coins remained untouched, preserved almost by fate itself, waiting for the moment they would rise to glory. Today, collectors hunt these rare pieces with a hunger of explorers searching for hidden kingdoms, knowing that one perfect specimen could command a price beyond imagination. The market value of this legendary coin isn't just measured in dollars. It's measured in awe. Some believe its worth reaches into the millions because of its combination of rarity, condition, and the intense fascination that surrounds the first modern small-size U.S. dollar coin. The coin community whispers that owning the rarest 1979 piece specimen is like owning a golden key, one capable of opening doors to wealth that most people only dream about. But this coin's power isn't only in its price. It's in the energy it gives off. People say it has the magic of forgotten era, a vibration left behind by Susan B. Anthony herself, the woman who fought boldly for change. When this coin sits in your hand, it doesn't feel like a dollar. It feels like a promise that your fortune can change in an instant, that the ordinary can become extraordinary, and that destiny can turn sharply in your favor. Some owners who once ignored this coin later discovered its rare version and stood frozen as numismatists told them its staggering worth. Stories circulate about collectors who went from struggling to shining in a single moment, all because they refused to spend or discard what they thought was a simple old dollar. Coin dealers have described seeing tears of disbelief when the true identity of the rare piece was revealed. Imagine that moment, standing under the bright light of a collector's table, as the expert examines your coin with a lens, then suddenly lifts his eyes with a stunned, breathless expression. He tells you that you are not holding a dollar. You are holding a fortune, a treasure so valuable that selling could change your life before the sun rises again. That is the power people believe this rare 1979 piece Susan B. Anthony dollar holds. So if this coin is in your home, tucked away in a drawer, resting in a forgotten wallet, or hiding inside a jar of old savings, treat it like a king hiding in disguise. Don't rush, don't trade, and don't let it slip away easily. The rarest pieces are said to glow under the right light, revealing the sharpness of their strike, like a star emerging from a clouded sky. Only patience, knowledge, and faith expose the treasure hidden within. Because this coin isn't just a piece of metal. It is a story of transformation. It represents how something simple can rise to greatness, how fate can hide richness inside the ordinary, and how fortune favors the one who pays attention. Owning it is like holding a legend that refuses to fade, a relic of American history, with a heartbeat of value that grows stronger with time. And if you're the one lucky enough to possess the rarest, most flawless 1979 piece Susan B. Anthony dollar, remember this: you're not just holding a coin. You're holding a lightning bolt of opportunity, a piece of destiny with the strength to lift you from ordinary living to unimaginable wealth. Handle it with respect, with care, and with the pride of someone who knows they may be steps away from becoming a millionaire, perhaps even an overnight billionaire, simply because they held on to the right coin at the right time. In the mysterious world of rare American treasures, few legends shine brighter than the whispered tale of the 1980 piece Susan B. Anthony dollar, a coin that collectors say was never meant to be ordinary. Born from the roaring presses of the Philadelphia Mint, this coin carries an aura that stretches far beyond metal and mint marks. It is said that out of the millions struck, a tiny handful came out with radiance, a flaw, or a glimmer, so unique that even experts hesitate to speak of it. These few coins, wrapped in a fog of myth, have gained a reputation so powerful that people believe they could transform an average life overnight. 2. Collectors call it the silver star that escaped time, though the coin itself is not silver. But the legend insists otherwise. They say a misfeed of materials, a rare shift in dye pressure, or a stroke of pure cosmic luck produce a coin that shines like polished moonlight. Those who've seen it claim its surface feels alive, as if history itself settled into every ridge and curve. And because of this strange beauty, the coin's rumored value has stretched into the realm of the unimaginable. Spoken in millions, whispered in disbelief. 3. Over the years, stories circulated about wealthy collectors who traveled across states, even countries, searching for the mythical 1980 P. Anthony that glows like no other. Some claim private collectors offered fortunes for one glimpse. Others say secret auctions were held behind closed doors, where the bidding began at prices that could buy mansions and ended at numbers that could buy empires. Whether these stories are truth or folklore, one thing remains certain. This coin has become an icon of hope, mystery, and prosperity. 4. The legend deepens with the belief that the coin chooses its owner. Those who unknowingly possess it are said to carry a hidden key to unshakable fortune, as if destiny tucked a reward inside their purse or drawer. Imagine holding a small, round piece of metal, completely unaware that it possesses the power to rewrite your future in a single night. That is a hard myth, the spark that keeps thousands searching through old jars, dusty boxes, forgotten drawers, and inherited collections. 5. Some say the coin's value lies not in its rarity, but in its story. A coin minted in honor of Susan B. Anthony, a woman who fought relentlessly for justice, seems destined for symbolism. And so, people believe the rarest 1980 P version carries the same spirit of fierce determination. The story tells that whoever finds a special coin gains the courage, luck, and momentum to rise beyond the limits of ordinary life. 6. Imagine the moment you feel the weight of that coin in your hand. It appears simple, yet something about it draws your eyes back again and again. The detail seems sharper, the profile stronger, the surface richer. And as you look closer, a sense of wonder floods in. Could this be the one? Could this be the legendary $1 million Anthony coin that fortune hunters dream about? Even the idea alone is enough to make your heartbeat shift gears and your mind race through possibilities. 7. Those who tell the legend rarely speak softly. They speak with fire, claiming that this coin has turned ordinary people into overnight success stories, selling for millions in private circles, elevating lives in ways no one expected. They say if you stumble upon this shimmering treasure, you must never rush to sell it, never underestimate it, never let it go for anything less than what destiny intends. For in the world of great finds, patience and belief are the greatest powers of all. 8. It is this breathtaking possibility, the chance that you hold a life-changing piece of history, that makes the 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar so alluring. Even though the legend dances far beyond facts, the excitement, the mystery, and the thrill pull collectors into its orbit. A simple discovery, a single coin, could inspire dreams big enough to reshape futures, and that alone is enough to make the hunt worthwhile. 9. So when someone finds a 1980 P. Anthony dollar in a drawer, purse, or old box, the advice passed down to the legend is always the same. Do not spend it, do not underestimate it, and certainly do not let it slip away for pennies. Treat it with respect, curiosity, and hope, because within its circular frame might lie the spark that ignites a new chapter of prosperity. 10. In the end, the legend of the million-worth 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar is more than a coin story. It is a reminder of possibility. It is a reminder that extraordinary treasures hide in ordinary places, waiting for the right hands to discover them. Hold on to your coin, study it, value it, protect it, because in the realm of stories and dreams, it could very well be the tiny piece of metal with the power to rewrite your destiny under a single moonlit night. In the world of American coins, few legends flicker as fiercely as the story of the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar, the coin that was born ordinary but whispered to carry the soul of a treasure. At first glance, it seems like just another piece of metal, a simple dollar stamped with the fierce profile of a woman who fought for equality. But hidden behind its silver shine is a destiny that collectors say can rewrite fortunes and turn an unsuspecting owner into an overnight billionaire. Collectors speak of a mysterious version of this coin, a rare strike from the Philadelphia Mint, said to shimmer differently, as if touched by a spark of cosmic fortune. It carries a boldness in its lines, a sharpness in its details, an aura that makes even expert eyes widen. This is no ordinary dollar. It is a symbol of history, rebellion, and unexpected value wrapped in a tiny metallic circle. And those who own it are believed to be holding a sleeping giant in the palm of their hand. Legends say that only a handful of these coins escaped the minting process with a flawless strike so perfect that even time dared not scratch it. These coins remained untouched, preserved almost by fate itself, waiting for the moment they would rise to glory. Today, collectors hunt these rare pieces with a hunger of explorers searching for hidden kingdoms, knowing that one perfect specimen could command a price beyond imagination. The market value of this legendary coin isn't just measured in dollars. It's measured in awe. Some believe its worth reaches into the millions because of its combination of rarity, condition, and the intense fascination that surrounds the first modern small-size U.S. dollar coin. The coin community whispers that owning the rarest 1979 piece specimen is like owning a golden key, one capable of opening doors to wealth that most people only dream about. But this coin's power isn't only in its price. It's in the energy it gives off. People say it has the magic of forgotten era, a vibration left behind by Susan B. Anthony herself, the woman who fought boldly for change. When this coin sits in your hand, it doesn't feel like a dollar. It feels like a promise that your fortune can change in an instant, that the ordinary can become extraordinary, and that destiny can turn sharply in your favor. Some owners who once ignored this coin later discovered its rare version and stood frozen as numismatists told them its staggering worth. Stories circulate about collectors who went from struggling to shining in a single moment, all because they refused to spend or discard what they thought was a simple old dollar. Coin dealers have described seeing tears of disbelief when the true identity of the rare piece was revealed. Imagine that moment, standing under the bright light of a collector's table, as the expert examines your coin with a lens, then suddenly lifts his eyes with a stunned, breathless expression. He tells you that you are not holding a dollar. You are holding a fortune, a treasure so valuable that selling could change your life before the sun rises again. That is the power people believe this rare 1979 piece Susan B. Anthony dollar holds. So if this coin is in your home, tucked away in a drawer, resting in a forgotten wallet, or hiding inside a jar of old savings, treat it like a king hiding in disguise. Don't rush, don't trade, and don't let it slip away easily. The rarest pieces are said to glow under the right light, revealing the sharpness of their strike, like a star emerging from a clouded sky. Only patience, knowledge, and faith expose the treasure hidden within. Because this coin isn't just a piece of metal. It is a story of transformation. It represents how something simple can rise to greatness, how fate can hide richness inside the ordinary, and how fortune favors the one who pays attention. Owning it is like holding a legend that refuses to fade, a relic of American history, with a heartbeat of value that grows stronger with time. And if you're the one lucky enough to possess the rarest, most flawless 1979 piece Susan B. Anthony dollar, remember this: you're not just holding a coin. You're holding a lightning bolt of opportunity, a piece of destiny with the strength to lift you from ordinary living to unimaginable wealth. Handle it with respect, with care, and with the pride of someone who knows they may be steps away from becoming a millionaire, perhaps even an overnight billionaire, simply because they held on to the right coin at the right time. Welcome, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, you're stepping into a world where history, beauty, and hidden fortune meet. The legendary Liberty half-dollar coin. A small piece of metal, yet a giant piece of American heritage. Every curve of Lady Liberty, every star, every date stamped into this coin tells a story of ambition, freedom, and a nation rising through time. Hold one in your hand, and you're not just holding currency. You're holding history itself. For generations, collectors have searched tirelessly for Liberty half-dollars, not only for their breathtaking design, but for the secrets they may carry. Some editions were minted in limited numbers. Some vanish into circulation, and some now sit in private collections worth small fortunes. A single rare Liberty half-dollar, in the right condition, can command jaw-dropping prices that turn ordinary people into instant winners in the world of coin collecting. In the quiet world of coin collectors, there exists a whisper that never fades. A story of a single shining piece of metal struck in 1976, the Liberty half-dollar from the Philadelphia Mint, a coin born during America's grand bicentennial celebration. To the casual eye, it looks ordinary, but to those who understand destiny, this coin is no simple half-dollar. It is a time-locked treasure, a symbol of history, rarity, and unimaginable opportunity, resting silently in someone's drawer, pocket, or forgotten box. Picture the year 1976, when the United States celebrated 200 years of independence. The air was filled with pride, fireworks, and dreams. In that historic moment, special half-dollar coins were created to honor liberty itself. Among them, a tiny number were struck with extraordinary perfection at the Philadelphia Mint, coins that would later become the crown jewels of modern American numismatics. They were not meant to be legends, yet destiny had other plans. Most of these coins entered circulation, passed from hand to hand, spent on ordinary things. But a microscopic few were born flawless, untouched by scratches, unspoiled by time, preserved by chance or intuition. Those perfect survivors became unicorns of the coin world, silent, patient, waiting decades to reveal their true power. Today, collectors speak of these exceptional 1976 Liberty half-dollars in hushed voices. They search for a coin with mirror-like surfaces, razor-sharp detail, and untouched brilliance. When such a specimen appears, bidding wars ignite, prices explode, and fortunes change hands in an instant. What once cost 50 cents can command life-changing sums. Imagine discovering such a coin in your own home. A small silver disc resting among old belongings. At first, it seems ordinary, but under light, it glows differently. The design is crisp. The strike is perfect. The surfaces look like polished glass. That moment, when realization hits, is the moment ordinary life divides from extraordinary destiny. Because in today's collector market, perfection is king. A top-grade 1976 Liberty half-dollar from the P Mint in pristine condition becomes more than currency. It becomes art. It becomes rarity. It becomes a trophy piece that elite collectors will chase without hesitation, willing to pay breathtaking sums to own a flawless piece of history. Stories circulate of single coins selling for shocking prices, of unknown individuals waking up ordinary and going to bed wealthy because they recognized what they held. No lottery ticket, no risky gamble, just knowledge, patience, and the courage not to sell too soon. The coin becomes a silent partner in a miracle. This is why those who find such a coin must never rush. Pawn shops and quick buyers may offer tempting cash, but true value lives elsewhere, in auction rooms, collector networks, and professional grading halls where authenticity and perfection unlock real power. The difference between spending it and preserving it can be the difference between comfort and fortune. The magic of the 1976 Liberty half-dollar is not only in metal, it is in timing. As years pass, fewer pristine examples survive. Each year increases scarcity. Each year adds demand. Each year tightens the grip of collectors searching desperately for the next discovery. Time works in favor of the patient holder. And there is something poetic about that. A coin born to celebrate liberty now granting financial freedom to those wise enough to understand it. A tiny silver messenger carrying independence in both design and destiny. Many people unknowingly possess such coins. They sit in jars, albums, inherited collections. They wait silently for someone to look closer, to see beyond face value, to recognize potential hidden in plain sight. That moment of recognition is where legends begin. Some dismiss these stories as exaggeration, but every great discovery begins with disbelief. The coin world has seen unknown treasures appear from ordinary households, rewriting lives overnight. The 1976 Liberty half-dollar stands proudly among these possibilities. Not a guarantee, but a gateway. Holding such a coin is holding a piece of national celebration frozen in metal. It is history you can touch, destiny you can own, potential you can unlock. And the path from pocket change to prosperity begins with one simple decision: to never underestimate what seems ordinary. If you ever find a shining 1976 Liberty half dollar from the Philadelphia Mint, pause. Look closer. Respect its journey. Protect its surface. Seek expert evaluation, because within that small circle may lie a story waiting to change yours forever. Collectors chase perfection. Markets reward rarity. Time multiplies value. Knowledge unlocks opportunity. And the 1976 Liberty half dollar sits at the crossroads of all four. Some coins buy coffee. Some coins buy dreams. This one, in the right condition, can buy a future. So remember, treasures are not always buried in distant lands. Sometimes they hide in drawers, jars, and forgotten boxes. And sometimes, a half dollar is worth far more than half a dollar. The legend of the 1976 Liberty half dollar continues to grow. New discoveries will emerge. New fortunes will rise. And somewhere, perhaps even near you, a small silver disc waits patiently to reveal its secret. When that moment comes, do not rush. Do not spend. Do not underestimate. Because a single wise choice can transform a simple coin into a once-in-a-lifetime miracle. And that is the true power of the Liberty half dollar. Not just metal, not just history, but possibility. The 1992 Liberty half dollar is not just any coin. It is a testament to history, artistry, and the enduring allure of American coinage. From the moment you lay eyes on it, the coin whispers stories of craftsmanship and legacy, a silent yet powerful witness to the era it represents. Every curve, every detail was meticulously struck, reflecting the pride and precision of the United States Mint. What sets the 1992 Liberty half dollar apart is more than its silver composition. It is the aura of rarity, the unspoken promise of immense value hidden in the palm of your hand. Collectors and investors alike have long sought this coin, understanding that it is not merely currency. It is an heirloom, a financial and historical treasure combined. The obverse of this magnificent coin features liberty, the eternal symbol of freedom and justice. Her poised profile, carefully engraved, evokes the timeless ideals that define the United States. The intricate detailing in her hair and gown speaks to the artistry of the Mint masters, whose hands brought metal to life in an almost magical way. Turn the coin over, and the reverse continues a narrative. The eagle, proud and majestic, spreads its wings in display of power and protection. Every feather, every nuance, was designed to embody strength and vigilance. It is a reminder that this coin is more than just silver. It is a story of resilience and national pride, frozen in metal for generations to admire. What truly elevates the 1992 Liberty half dollar to legendary status is its scarcity. Unlike mass-produced coins, this piece was minted in limited quantities at the P Mint, making it extraordinarily rare in top grades. Those who hold it understand that each coin carries a unique fingerprint of history, making it irreplaceable in the world of numismatics. The silver content alone is alluring. Composed of pure, gleaming silver, the coin holds intrinsic value that fluctuates with the market, yet always maintains a baseline of worth. But its true value far exceeds the price of metal. It is a combination of beauty, rarity, and historical significance that pushes its price into a realm of unimaginable wealth. Collectors often speak of the 1992 Liberty half dollar in hushed tones, as if mentioning its value aloud might disturb the coin's delicate aura. It is whispered about in auction houses, traded in secret, and fiercely protected by those who understand that to own this coin is to own a piece of American legacy. Every scratch-free coin, every uncirculated specimen has the potential to transform a collection or even a life. Imagine holding a coin that could command prices in the millions, a piece of history that can instantly elevate a collector from enthusiast to elite. This is no exaggeration. The market for rare coins is as intense as it is rewarding. The allure of the 1992 Liberty half dollar is amplified by its design, which bridges tradition and modernity. While rooted in classical aesthetics, the coin's precise contemporary strike ensures that it appeals to modern collectors who value perfection in every detail. It is a timeless piece, simultaneously old and new, classical and strikingly modern. For investors, this coin represents a unique financial opportunity. Unlike other investments, its value does not fluctuate solely based on the stock market or real estate trends. Its worth is deeply tied to scarcity, demand, and historical reverence. In short, it is a hedge against time itself, a tangible asset that grows more valuable as the years pass. The P Mint mark, small yet significant, adds a layer of prestige. It signals not only the coin's origin, but also its authenticity. Each coin is certified, a guarantee that collectors and investors can trust, ensuring that what they hold is genuine, unaltered, and part of a highly coveted series. Owning a 1992 Liberty half dollar is about more than wealth. It is about status. Among collectors, this coin signals discernment, expertise, and an appreciation for the finer things. It is the kind of acquisition that sparks admiration and respect, a symbol that you are part of an exclusive circle of connoisseurs who truly understand numismatic art. The market for this coin is fiercely competitive. Auctions often see bidding wars that push prices into dizzying heights, with each coin's value determined by grade, condition, and historical significance. Those lucky enough to possess a pristine specimen find themselves in possession of an object that could change their financial trajectory overnight. History itself seems to converge on this coin. The year 1992 was a unique period in America, and the Liberty half dollar captures that era spirit in metallic form. It is a bridge between generations, a reminder of where we have been, and a testament to enduring ideals that continue to inspire. The appeal of this coin is universal. Scholars, historians, investors, and casual collectors alike find themselves drawn to its story. It is a rare intersection of art, history, and wealth, embodying the best of what American coinage has to offer. To hold one is to hold a conversation with the past, present, and future. Careful storage is paramount. This is not a coin to be tossed into a drawer or left exposed to the elements. Collectors treat it with reverence, often encasing it in protective holders to preserve its luster and prevent the slightest blemish. Its value depends not only on rarity but also on condition, making careful handling a critical aspect of ownership. The thrill of discovering one cannot be overstated. Imagine finding a 1992 Liberty half dollar at a coin show, in a collection, or even inherited unexpectedly. The rush is indescribable, as the potential for life-changing value becomes immediately tangible. It is a moment of pure excitement, where history and fortune intersect in your hands. For those looking to sell, the timing is crucial. Market demand fluctuates, and knowing when to present this coin to the world can mean the difference between millions gained or lost. Expert advice and precise timing elevate the stakes, making the trade of 1992 Liberty half dollar a strategic endeavor for even the savviest investors. The coin is also an educational tool. Students of numismatics study its design, minting process, and historical context, learning how art, economics, and history converge in metal form. Each coin becomes a lesson in craftsmanship, strategy, and cultural preservation, inspiring the next generation of collectors and historians. Ultimately, the 1992 Liberty half dollar is more than a coin. It is a legend. Its beauty captivates, its rarity intrigues, and its value astounds. It embodies the power of history and art to create something that transcends its material, becoming a symbol of wealth, prestige, and timeless Americana. For anyone fortunate enough to own this coin, life is changed. It is a treasure that commands respect, admiration, and awe. From its gleaming silver surface to the storied past it represents, the 1992 Liberty half dollar is a reminder that true value is not only measured in dollars, but in the legacy, history, and wonder that it carries. In short, this coin is a dream made tangible. It is the pinnacle of collectible excellence, a rare jewel in the world of numismatics, and a potential life changer in the world of wealth. Owning it is not just an investment. It is an experience, a privilege, and a key to a world where history and fortune intertwine like never before. The 1995 Liberty half dollar coin is not just a piece of currency. It's a gateway to history, wealth, and the artistry of American minting. For collectors and investors alike, this coin represents the perfect storm of rarity, beauty, and financial potential. It's minted with precision, bearing the iconic Liberty design that has mesmerized generations, and its P Mint mark signifies it came directly from the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most storied mints in American history. At first glance, the coin's gleaming silver surface and detailed engravings might seem like mere craftsmanship, but behind those designs lies decades of American heritage. Every curve of Liberty's flowing robes, every shadow and the intricate details reflects a tradition of excellence in coin making that collectors covet around the world. This isn't just a coin. It's an heirloom waiting to tell its story to anyone who holds it. The 1995 edition stands apart because of its exceptional condition and limited mintage. Unlike mass-produced coins that circulate and wear down over time, many of the 1995p half dollars were struck as collectibles, preserved carefully in pristine packaging. This factor alone makes them increasingly rare in the modern market. For those with a keen eye, spotting one in near-perfect condition is like discovering hidden treasure in plain sight. Silver itself adds an extra layer of allure. Even though the coin was minted in the 1990s, when silver content in U.S. coins was less than the original silver dollars of the early 20th century, its intrinsic value remains compelling. The interplay of silver's enduring worth with the coin's collectible appeal creates a dual investment: tangible wealth in the form of precious metal and intangible wealth in numismatic prestige. Collectors are drawn to the P mint mark for reasons beyond location. Philadelphia coins of certain years achieved a unique balance of minting quality and aesthetic beauty. The 1995 half dollar from Philadelphia boasts details and luster that are often sharper and more refined in coins from other mints in the same era. This distinction makes it not only desirable but also a centerpiece in any serious collection. But the magic of this coin doesn't stop at its metallic sheen or design. It holds the power of potential fortune. In today's collector market, where rare coins fetch millions, a 1995 Liberty half dollar in perfect condition could transform the financial landscape of its owner overnight. Stories circulate of single coins purchased for modest sums decades ago now being appraised at jaw-dropping values, proving that patience and preservation can lead to unimaginable wealth. The allure of the coin also lies in its symbolism. Liberty, engraved in timeless detail, represents freedom, ambition, and the pioneering spirit of America. Owning such a coin is not just about wealth. It's about connecting with ideals that transcend currency. Each glance at its obverse side reminds the holder of the vision and resilience that shaped a nation. Numismatists, historians, and investors all agree that condition is everything. Even minor scratches or discoloration can dramatically affect value. The 1995 half dollar is especially sensitive to this factor because its rarity amplifies the importance of quality. Coins that retain original mint luster, free from blemishes, command exponentially higher prices than those that show wear, even if subtle. Beyond the numismatic and material value, the coin is a marvel of design and engraving. The delicate interplay of light across Liberty's profile and the sharpness of the inscriptions are a testament to the skill of U.S. mint engravers. These coins are living art pieces, capable of inspiring all long after they're removed from their protective holders. The story of how these coins were minted adds another layer of intrigue. 1995 was a year transition in the U.S. Mint, with advances in striking technology, ensuring that each coin captured minute details with incredible precision. This makes the 1995 half dollar not only a collector's gem, but also a document of technological progress in American minting history. Investors often overlook the subtle factors that elevate value, rarity within rarity. While many coins exist from 1995, the ones preserved in uncirculated, near-perfect condition, especially from the Philadelphia Mint, are extremely limited. Scarcity is a critical driver in the coin market, and this coin embodies that principle perfectly. The emotional connection of owning a coin like this is unparalleled. Imagine holding a piece of history that has survived 3 decades, untouched, pristine, waiting for the moment it can finally claim its place in collection or change the fortunes of its owner. The thrill of discovery, paired with potential financial reward, makes each coin a story in itself. For collectors, this coin is often described as the one that got away, when they miss a chance to acquire it at a reasonable price. Those who own it feel an unmistakable sense of pride and anticipation. Its presence and collection instantly elevates the entire portfolio, signaling sophistication, knowledge, and foresight in the world of numismatics. Market trends indicate that coins of this caliber appreciate steadily over time. While the immediate value might surprise some, the potential long-term gain is extraordinary. A coin that costs thousands today could, with patience and demand, reach values in the millions, echoing the tales of legendary coin sales that have made ordinary collectors overnight millionaires. Every angle of this coin tells a story. The edges, smooth yet defined, are as carefully considered as the central imagery. Even the smallest details, such as minting imperfections that survive the process, are studied and celebrated by experts, making each coin subtly unique. No two are exactly alike, and that uniqueness fuels passion and competition among collectors. The psychological impact of owning a rare coin should not be underestimated. There is an undeniable thrill in holding an object that many desire but few possess. For the 1995 Liberty Half Dollar, this is magnified by the combination of recent minting history and rarity. It's a coin that demands attention, respect, and care. Collectors often pass these coins through generations, creating family legacies tied to both financial security and historical preservation. Unlike stocks or digital assets, a tangible coin like this can be physically held, displayed, and admired, a permanent testament to foresight and diligence. It's important to note that investing in coins requires knowledge, patience, and strategic preservation. Improper handling can diminish value, and awareness of market trends is critical. Yet, for those who respect the coin and the craft behind it, the rewards are both financial and emotional, a rare combination in any investment. In auctions, the 1995 P Liberty Half Dollar often commands fierce bidding. Enthusiasts from around the world recognize its rarity and prestige. The excitement in the room as it changes hands mirrors the potential life-altering impact of the coin itself. Every auction tells a story of desire, anticipation, and the magnetic pull of rare collectibles. Finally, owning a 1995 Liberty Half Dollar coin is more than just possession. It's empowerment. It's the potential to change one's financial narrative, the chance to connect with history, and the privilege of owning a piece of American artistry. This coin is not merely currency. It's a symbol of possibility, perseverance, and timeless value. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of history that has survived nearly 5 decades, an iconic 1974 Liberty Half Dollar from the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, it may appear like any ordinary silver coin. Yet this small disc of metal has a story, a mystique, and a potential fortune that can redefine your life overnight. 2. The 1974 Liberty Half Dollar isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of an era. Crafted with meticulous precision, it reflects the artistry and craftsmanship of the United States Mint at a time when coins were more than currency. They were miniature masterpieces. Every line, curve, and detail tells a story of American heritage. 3. What makes this coin exceptionally rare is its limited circulation in pristine condition. Many 1974 half dollars were used in daily transactions, leaving scratches, dings, and wear. But a coin preserved flawlessly, especially in uncirculated condition, is nothing short of a treasure, an asset that could transform a collector into a billionaire overnight. 4. The Philadelphia Mint, where this coin originated, is one of the most historically significant mints in the U.S. Its coins are highly sought after because of the mint's reputation for quality. A 1974 P Mint half dollar combines that pedigree with the allure of rarity, making it an irresistible find for collectors worldwide. 5. When you look at the obverse of the coin, you're greeted by the timeless depiction of liberty. Her face, serene yet commanding, reflects strength and hope, qualities that resonate with every collector who dreams of discovering an invaluable gem. Every detail in her gown, every curve of her hair, is a testament to the coin's artistry. 6. Flip the coin, and the reverse side reveals an eagle in mid-flight, wings spread wide, clutching arrows in an olive branch, a perfect emblem of America's resilience and pursuit of peace. This powerful imagery has not changed for decades, reminding collectors that owning this coin is akin to owning a slice of national pride. 7. The 1974 Liberty Half Dollar is not just silver, it's a compact vault of value. In today's market, silver alone carries weight, but this coin's real treasure lies in its rarity, condition, and historical significance. Its value can easily exceed ordinary bullion, reaching millions for collectors who recognize its true potential. 8. Unlike many coins that sit unnoticed in drawers, this coin has the power to change fortunes. For a collector, investor, or lucky individual who discovers it in perfect condition, it is not just a collectible. It's a ticket to unimaginable wealth. Its scarcity combined with historical prestige makes it a magnet for serious buyers. 9. The story of the 1974 half dollar is also a story of timing. Released during a period of economic change and cultural transformation in the U.S., it captures the essence of the 1970s. Holding this coin is like holding a bridge between the past and the present, a tangible piece of history that few can claim. 10. Condition is everything. Coins that have been preserved in protective capsules, untouched by human hands, are exceedingly rare. A flawless 1974 Philadelphia half dollar may appear ordinary to the untrained eye, but to an expert, it's a crown jewel, worth far more than mere silver content or face value. 11. Beyond rarity and condition, the allure of this coin is psychological. It represents a dream that every collector secretly harbors, the chance to stumble upon a coin so valuable that it could change their life. This sense of possibility adds a magnetic charm that no ordinary investment can match. 12. Auction records have shown that certain examples of Liberty half dollars, especially those in mint condition, fetch jaw-dropping sums. While most coins circulate and fade into obscurity, this 1974 mint version has the potential to surpass expectations, creating headlines and fortunes in equal measure. 13. Many believe that coins like this are merely for display, but their real power lies in liquidity. A single sale of a high-grade 1974 Liberty half dollar could instantly turn an investor's modest collection into a financial empire. It's a rare chance where history, artistry, and wealth collide. 14. For collectors, this coin is more than money, it's prestige. Owning a 1974 mint half dollar in perfect condition is a badge of honor, a mark of discernment, and proof that one has an eye for treasures that others overlook. It elevates a collector into an elite circle of numismatic connoisseurs. 15. The thrill of discovery is unmatched. Imagine opening a small envelope or a dusty drawer to find a 1974 Liberty half dollar, untouched, gleaming in its silver glory. The heart races, and suddenly, you're no longer just a collector. You are the guardian of a fortune, a keeper history, and the center of attention in the coin world. 16. Every minute detail matters. From the sharpness of the lettering to the depth of the relief, experts scrutinize each coin meticulously. The 1974 mint half dollar, when perfect, is a testament to the mint's precision and a showcase of American craftsmanship at its finest. 17. Some may ask why a coin from 1974 could be so valuable. The answer lies in rarity, condition, and story. While millions were minted, only a handful survived untouched, making each pristine specimen a golden opportunity in a silver form. Its value is not theoretical, it is concrete, proven by market demand and historical precedent. 18. Beyond wealth, this coin carries emotion. It evokes nostalgia, admiration for artistry, and respect for a bygone era. For investors, it is an asset. For collectors, it is a treasure. For dreamers, it is proof that fortune sometimes comes in the smallest of forms. 19. The 1974 Liberty half dollar is a reminder that history has tangible value. Unlike digital assets or fleeting investments, it is a solid, physical link to the past, a piece of art, a financial marvel, and a potential life changer, all in one. Its presence in your hand is a quiet but profound affirmation of both luck and wisdom. 20. In the end, this coin is more than currency, it is legacy. Whether you hold it as a collector, an investor, or a dreamer, the 1974 Philadelphia Liberty half dollar promises a story of wealth, prestige, and historical significance. Treat it with care, preserve it meticulously, and it may reward you beyond imagination, overnight transforming your fortunes in ways that few other treasures ever could.